Hey guys, this is No Solution. I'm Scott, and I'm back with another Deadstock Deathmatch episode where I take blind buys from clearance sales and mystery boxes and things like that, and go through them, talk about them a little bit, and decide if I'm going to keep them or not. So I've been blowing through these pretty fast. I've been doing 4, so I bumped it up to 6 for this one. I've got 2 from a Perris Records sale, 2 from Pain Gore Death, and 2 from Riding Easy. So let's get into it. First one, this is from Riding Easy, Mondo Drag, their self-titled album, 2015 from Riding Easy. This is a kind of like a heavy psych, kind of proggy album. Very fuzzy, very wants to sound like it's from the 70s, and it does sound like it's from the 70s. My problem with bands like this, and it's a personal thing, it just feels really, sometimes it just feels really, really poserish, like trying to sound exactly like this album came out 40 years ago or 50 years ago. It's not, there's nothing I could point to on it that is bad or was offensive. It's just not really something I'm going to come back to. So if you're into the heavy psych stuff, maybe you could get some enjoyment out of this. For me, it was kind of interesting to listen to. That's kind of why I bought the Riding Easy box, because I'm not that familiar with this kind of style. So it's been fun to listen to, but I haven't been sold on a lot of it, so I'm gonna let that one go. This one was from the Perris Records sale. This one actually is on Perris Records. Roller with Candy It Up. This is 2007, I believe. Chicago area band. Imagine if AC/DC was in the Sunset Strip scene of the 80s. It's kind of a mix of that. Kind of glammy. The singer could be a Bon Scott impersonator. And there's some like AC/DC type rhythms in there too. Inoffensive. If you were in a bar and this band was playing, you would be like, "Oh, that's pretty fun." But listening to it on its own, it's not something that I'm going to come back to either. I believe this is all. There's not a whole lot of information on this band that I could find. I think this is all they ever did. Kind of look like dads, so I'm just making up my own story about them. I would guess maybe they're a cover band, and then had some originals and put a record out. I don't know. But, yeah, it's alright. If you're really super into this kind of music, maybe check it out. But if not, you're probably not going to be sold on it. Next one is from Pain Gore Death. And I am not sure how to pronounce this band name. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. You might have seen a drawing of boobies, and I know that YouTube thinks that it's going to make you go into a psycho killing spree, so sorry about that, everybody. Didn't mean to trigger anyone. Lesh Nihan, I'll have it linked below. It's a hyphenated name. This release is called Indistinguished Remains from 2013. What it actually is their 1991 demo that was originally just called Demo Number 1. Really short, like 15 minutes long. But, where are they from? I believe it was Broomhall, Pennsylvania. I'm not sure where that is. And I didn't bother to look it up because I am an unprofessional person. So they did this demo, then they broke up. They reformed in the mid 2010s and did some EPs and splits and stuff. I haven't heard any of that. But if you're into 90s death metal, it's really cool to hear a band that sounds like 1991 because it actually was 1991, not because they're using all kinds of effects and trickery to recreate that. Again, most people won't care, and this is just a me thing, but I'd much rather hear almost like a subpar band from that era than a better band now trying to recreate that. But yeah, I would say a little bit gore grindy, but certainly worth checking out if you're into this and haven't heard it. If you're into this kind of style and haven't heard it before, I would recommend it. And I think you could probably still get it pretty cheap on Horror Pain Gore Death. So yeah, I'll be keeping that one. Next up, this was from the Perris Records sale. I'm not Sange Main Machine. Really weird name with like colons in between each word. This is their 2012 EP, By Your Side. This is a solo project from Luigi Sangermano. He formerly was the vocalist of Tarkon Fist, a band I've heard the name, but I've not heard them. I think they're kind of a traditional heavy metal band. This is on Street Symphonies, a label I'm not familiar with. This is super fun AOR, leaning into the glam side a little bit. Commercial rock, but I'm a sucker for some good AOR. Like, give me a Survivor album, and I'm a happy dad. So this is pretty fun stuff. They do a cover of Creatures of the Night from Kiss. Then they've got 5 originals. I guess some of these songs were recorded for some comps. There's a couple new songs, and then some older songs that were either unreleased or they redid. And then there's an Italian version of one of the songs. Yeah, if you can find this, if you're into like commercial rock, leaning into AOR a bit. If you're not into the AOR, yeah, steer clear. But this was really fun. This is the kind of blind buy stuff that I'm into. Just unassuming cover, never heard of this band or anything related to it, and just had a ton of fun listening to it. They do have one full length that preceded this that I'm going to try to track down. But yeah, so Sange Main Machine, By Your Side. I'm keeping that one. Let's see, we got another Riding Easy release, Spelljammer, Abyssal Trip. They're from Sweden. This came out in 2021. This is, again, Metal Theologian was going through this on one of it when he's been on like a doom psych quote stoner kick, and he said he doesn't like the term stoner, and I kind of agree. It sounds like a pejorative, but when you say stoner, it conjures up a sound, and so I would say this is kind of in the stoner doom vein, kind of going for that fuzzy Masters Reality sound. Let's see. Okay, so we've got 5 songs. They're all pretty lengthy. The first song, Bellwether, I think it was meant to be an intro. It just kind of drones and doesn't go anywhere, and I was like, oh no, I'm not looking forward to 45 minutes of this nonsense. But then it goes right into the next song, Lake, and then it picks up, and so I think it was meant to be kind of an intro thing. It was pretty fun. It didn't really grab me until the last song, Silent Rift. It's a 10-minute one that's kind of got the looping, repeating riffs that can either be super boring or super awesome, like almost hypnotic. It made me think of the first Down record a bit. I did enjoy that, but this is not something that, as a whole, I'm gonna come back to very much. So I'm gonna let this one go too. And then our final one is a split on Horror Pain Gore Death. It's Zombie Ritual and Termination Force. It's titled Zombie Termination. So just combining the band names. 2016. Zombie Rituals from Tokyo, and they're a really fun kind of death thrash band, and they don't take themselves seriously, which is kind of welcome. Every song has zombie in it. We've got the songs are Zombie Nightmare, March of Zombies, Zombie Drums of Death, Zombie Jesus on the Cross, and Into Zombie Movies. So their half I really enjoyed quite a bit. The Termination Force, they're from... Did I write it down? Oh, Houston. Okay. More of a grindcore band. They do a cover of Scum, the Napalm Death song. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge grindcore guy in general. I mean, they're fine for me, but nothing that I would come back to. But I'm going to keep it for the zombie ritual because they were super fun. So there's that one. Yeah, we get about we got a perfect 50% this time. Keeping 3, getting rid of 3. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.